Hello. Welcome to the Bibs Corner podcast, the fourth episode ever and the first Mavs post-game episode. Basketball is back. It feels weird to even be able to say that. The Mavs played tonight for the first time since Boban destroyed Nikola Jokic and made him get his body together. Based on the way the Nuggets were looking, that probably is a bad thing, but we'll worry about that another day. As for today, yes, the Mavericks are back. Everybody, I'm not even going to say everybody looked good. Luka looked good. KP hit a couple shots, got into some foul trouble. So obviously, first game back is just a scrimmage. There was a little bit of rust out there for sure. The only person who wasn't rusty was probably Seth Curry or Seth Buckets. He played 15 minutes. Scored 23 points, was 8 of 8 from the field, 6 of 6 from 3. Are you kidding me? So that was very exciting for me to see Seth Buckets come out there and pick up hotter than he even was before. So hopefully that continues on into the seeding games. Tim Hardaway Jr. was pretty quiet. I didn't watch the entire game. I had to do a few things during the game, but Hardaway ended up with 8 points on 3 for 7. Finney Smith was incredibly quiet. Just 3 points, 1-1 from the field in his 18 minutes. Luka, by the way, was 14, 5, and 6 in 16 minutes. So clearly he's ready to go. JJ was 0 for 3 in his 17 minutes. Maxey ended up with 10 points on 4 for 9. Seemed a little rusty from threes to start, but he did hit a couple late, so 2 for 7 for him from deep. Justin Jackson actually ended up being the guy to take the most shots on the night, which was probably more so due to the fact that he played a lot late in the game. So he ended up with 13 and 5 on 6 for 11 shooting, 0 for 3 from deep. Boban, another guy picking up where he left off, I guess. He was 17 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, just filling up the stat sheet. He actually ended up playing the most minutes tonight with 23. Later in the game, Delon Wright got a little busy. He had 5 points and 5 assists. He was the second most. He had the second most minutes on the night with 22. Antonius Cleveland actually looked pretty good in his limited 8 minutes. 4 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, and hopefully we get to see more of him in the scrimmages. Not necessarily to say he's going to be like a key player down the stretch or in the playoffs, but he could fill that wing void for all the people that are tired of looking at Justin Jackson. Might be interesting to see him get some of that playing time. And then for the Josh Reeves Truthers, he did play 8 minutes as well. Did score 3 points during that time, and of course no Trey Burke and no Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. So that's the stat rundown. Needless to say, I'm very excited about basketball being back. I was looking at the standings and I started to try to get into like the thinking about who we might match up with in the first round, but I'm not ready to do that right now. I just want to see how the teams look coming out of these scrimmages and maybe go from there. Personally, I don't necessarily think we need to climb too much. I don't know who my favorite matchup is. I know coming into the playoff situation back in March, I was saying the only team I really wanted to avoid was the Clippers, but I got to see how these teams look. It's a completely new ball game, as the slogan I believe is a whole new game. But yeah, just all the momentum, everything that was going on before the pause doesn't matter in my opinion. I feel like whatever happens in this bubble situation is going to be created by the bubble situation. Like, the teams that were at the top are going to have to recapture whatever magic they had, and the teams who were struggling are going to basically be given almost a clean slate. Again, the seeding doesn't matter to me in that sense because, of course, there's no home court advantages. Everybody's playing in the same place. There's no travel. So it's just basketball, straight up. And based on what I've seen from teams coming out, some teams are going hard for the whole game. Some teams are going hard for a half. But we're going to see, I guess, coming into next week, it's real, it's live. So I'm excited once again. I don't mean to keep being repetitive about it, but basketball is back, and man, it's gonna be a fun next few weeks. With that all said, I did really want to come here to announce, in addition to the website, and that is the Wurzburg Wall Watch, or Wurzburg Wall Watch. I don't know how to. I'm not gonna do the fake accent thing. But the Wall Watch is up on the Biz Corner site. I listed every single block that Maxey has gotten so far this year, and I also included silver level block contributor for people who have been blocked by Maxey 3 times this year, the gold level if you've been blocked 4 times, and then the platinum level if you've been blocked 5 times. And I created a wall of fame at the bottom, so scroll through that, check that out. Let me know if you have any ideas for things I could add to it. There's a couple videos from some of Maxey's bigger block games in there, and then I think the wall of fame is probably pretty funny as well with some of the pictures I was able to get. I didn't get to get a great one for Trae Young. That's kind of a spoiler alert, I guess. I didn't get a great picture for the Wall of Fame for Trae Young, but there was one out there that had a watermark on it. I was willing to put it up with the watermark, but when I went to go copy the link, for whatever reason, it didn't work. So if any of you is able to find that picture of Maxey blocking Trae Young, that would be fantastic. Send that to me so I can get it up on the wall. But yeah, I'm going to be following that. I'm not going to count the scrimmage games, of course. But the wall watching will be picked up as soon as we get back to the real games, the seeding games here in the next week or so. I'm gonna wrap this up. Actually, I don't want to take a ton of time. I didn't have a ton to say. Again, I'm excited. Basketball is back. I'm glad Luka looks great. Seth looked amazing. Boban looks great. We'll hopefully get to see KP get in the rhythm again in the next game. And really, I just want to see how that first unit kind of gels. It's hard to really judge guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, for example, or Maxey even, in games that don't really matter. So when that first resumption game kicks off, that's when I want to see everybody at full gear. I want to see defense and diving out of bounds happening. Let me make that one note. I think somebody mentioned this on Twitter, and I noticed it as well. I started paying attention to it. Not having fans and players and everybody directly on the baseline, and the camera people, all that, or on the sidelines even, has been amazing. Like, just watching players dive out of bounds and be able to roll and slide or whatever without having to worry about breaking their legs and ankles and shoulders and everything else by diving into people it's been great. I personally cringe often when guys are flying out of bounds or what have you. So I wonder if maybe after the resumption, that may be something that kind of, after the bubble, I should say, if that's something that teams may be taking into consideration when they go back to designing their court layouts, is maybe having more space for players to be able to land and things like that. But again, I didn't want to talk forever. I think this is still under 10 minutes, so I'm going to keep it that way. Thanks for checking in. Hopefully I can be a little bit more fun with this later. Bring people on, all that good stuff. But for now, I just wanted to get this kicked off, and I'll catch you guys later.